Hello everybody, today I'm here with another hero concept for Disney Heroes Battle Mode, and today I have created Elizabeth Swann from the Pirates of the Caribbean series. So let's take a closer look at her. Live action characters are definitely harder to create than any of the ones I've done before. I guess similarly, the mayor was kind of in the same vein because, it wasn't just a 2D animated character. I guess I haven't really done any 3D animated characters either, but it was actually like a clay model, so I had to kind of figure out how to translate that into the style of the game, but it's more cartoony, so I think it translated well. I think maybe just humans in general are going to be hard to make. This is the first one I made, and maybe I should have started with someone else who's a little bit easier. I just don't feel like her face necessarily looks like Elizabeth Swann. She's got like very defined cheeks, so I tried to kind of get a look of that without also like making it too obnoxious, like having too much shading on it. And I don't know if what I did was the right way of doing it, but I just couldn't figure out how else to define her cheeks anymore. But like the overall face is fairly generic, but I also like literally just traced her face from a scene. It was just really hard to do. The clothes I think is pretty good. The hair colors may be a little off, but from the picture I was looking at, I literally just took the colors from her hair, so I don't know, but like the outfit looks really good, I think. So I actually asked my friend Nathan, who is kind of a Pirates of the Caribbean expert, I would say, or at least a very big fan of it, what the most iconic version of Elizabeth Swann is, because she has a different outfit in like all the movies. And he thought the version of her from like the main action sequence in the Dead Man's Chest movie was the most iconic. And I agree, at least with the hat part, but I kind of feel like the King Elizabeth Swann outfit is a little more iconic, but it also would have been very hard to create, and this was already hard to create, so you guys should just tell me I did good in the comments, because I'm not completely happy with this one. But I tried my best. Hopefully with human characters in the future it will go a bit better. I don't know if I'm ever going to do live action ever again. It's kind of scary now. But it was still fun to make, I guess, and I'm glad I got it done at least. Let's go through these skills I came up for her. So first I took a scene from that movie that I was referencing, the Dead Man's Chest. And I feel like this is pretty iconic. She kind of fakes a feint to get the attention of the people fighting, but it doesn't work. But I think it could work in how like Judy and some of the other characters in the game kind of die and then are resurrected, where she faints and then she gets back up. So she's one of those characters, and that makes a lot of sense for that specific move, I think. And then just for her basic attacks, I think she would use both of her swords. Also from Dead Man's Chest, she has different like fighting scenes, but I feel like it's really cool to have her wielding two swords, and that would be really fun to see. And then she also possesses the kind of pirate medallion in the original movie, and I think that could work as either giving a going against the enemy in some status effect, or possibly helping your allies. But I would say it's most likely going to harm the enemies in some way. And then, similar to that, she kind of, in the at World's End, she becomes the king, and she starts kind of rallying up all the people on the ship, and she does like a speech, and then she's yelling really loud, and I think that could help everybody's attack go up in the game, and I think that would work pretty well. You can see everybody like raise their swords when she's yelling too, so it kind of makes sense to translate that into an attack up, kind of like a battle cry of sorts. And then I had this scene here, which is a huge action scene from At World's End, where her and Will are kind of working together to fight while they're also simultaneously being married by Barbossa. But the problem with incorporating this is like most of the moves she does has to do with her and Will working together. And without Will in the game or anything, It's kind of hard to incorporate that into a move. So maybe just some of the moves she does, she could use in her regular sword wielding. I'm not sure. But she only has one sword in the scene, and like I said, I'd like her to have 2 swords if possible. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then her friendships. The first one I came up with is Ariel. Both seafaring people. And while Ariel's kind of like the princess, Elizabeth becomes the king at the end of the 3rd one. So they could each relate over that, and they just, I don't know. I want to give Ariel some friendships because she's fairly new too. And then I think Captain Amelia would be fun, just because it's interesting to see other captain characters interacting. I guess she's not really captain, but like other pirate characters just in general interacting with one another. And I guess I went with female ones for both of these, which I didn't necessarily mean to do. I just thought that they would fit fairly well, and I would like to see the interaction between Amelia and Elizabeth. I think it would be fun. So finally, we're just looking at her design one last time. It's a little... well, actually, I like looking at just her outfit better because I do think I did a fairly good job with the design of the outfit. It's just her face, like I said, doesn't necessarily look like Elizabeth Swann to me, but I really tried my best. I tried a bunch of different stuff. Her face is pretty simplistic, really, and I feel like I said, the defined cheeks is really what makes her look like her, and I just wasn't able to capture it. So hopefully, like I said, I'll do better in the future. Let me know what you guys think. Compliment me, even if you don't like it, please. But keep leaving your suggestions for more hero concepts in the future. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.